Hello everybody and welcome to another LMC unboxing. What are we going to unbox today? Well, it's something quite significant. I do have people with me though. Behind me, making noises, Cat, who's actually going to be in the video this time round. And over here there is a someone.
Hi.
It's an Earth Heart. What? Yeah, what would stand like
yeah,
there?
I don't know what it's supposed to be. Oh, there we go.
It's upside down. Right.
Yeah.
What are we boxing today? Well, something that Earth Heart has brought along.
Yay.
Yes, indeed. We are unboxing the Doom board game.
So, bit of history. This is obviously based on the most recent release in 2016. The company that actually did this has actually done a Doom board game before.
Oh yeah?
Yes. Much more complicated, but it's also a nightmare to find now.
I imagine so.
Yes. So they've re-released this one. This one's a bit more user-friendly, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah. From what I've seen.
It's chunky. It's a hand width in terms of thickness. So how much does this retail for, roughly?
Somewhere between 70 to 90 quid. However, that will be including import tax because
Doom to your wallet.
It's only sold in America. Fantasy Flight don't really do international, so I did have to get it imported. However, I have a lovely board game shop near me. I think I got this for 65. So.
Oh well, that's Doom to your bargains. Yes, but board games owned by Jonathan Ying. It's got the ID and Bethesda labels on there.
By a company called Fantasy Flight Games.
See the logo there.
Yeah, they're a pretty big company. So.
Okay, so let's do this thing. I'll let you do the honours.
Eventually.
Gravity.
Come on. Oh yeah, nice picture of the Cyber Demon on the front. So, Reverence and Doom Guy himself.
Nice.
But yes, so first thing. You may think, oh my god, free instruction manuals.
But in fact, there's 12.
No. So, the way they break this in is, that's basically your starting guide. It contains a tutorial and basics of how to play.
It's the component list. That's going to be rather important for later on. But yes, all the various bits.
So this is kind of a tutorial mission that we'll probably be playing later when we have another guest with us.
Yes, we're due a Vija, but he's got a shower leak.
So yeah, and it's just basic instructions of how to go through it, essentially.
Portals, lots of lovely stuff here.
Now you'll notice I said it has a tutorial mission, and that's because you have a book full of missions. So literally, this doesn't necessarily contain instructions. It literally contains map setups you can do for various different levels, but obviously that's just to kind of get you started. Eventually you can make your own, I'm sure. But these are kind of balanced.
I'm sure somebody has adapted like the original Doom somehow.
And I've definitely seen people make up plans for like, this is the exact level layout of the first Doom game.
Yeah. Look, if you've got this, look it up online. And I'm sure that
all of these are available to download off their site.
That's good.
So
nice. Well, there we go. If you actually do own this board game, by chance you have spent a small fortune on this board game, keep these pristine and download them off the website, and then you can just make notes and stuff and print out.
And then you have what's called the rules reference, which is essentially. It's just, if you aren't sure how a rule works, go to this, it'll explain it in more detail. I know one thing someone brought up in a review I watched was what happens when a grenade explosion happens, but you have a dodge ability, but you can't dodge out the way of the grenade. It actually explains it in here. They've tried to cover everything.
This is a little bit... It's difficult to show it on camera, but this is slightly more heftier than the other two, for obvious reasons. I mean, we've got like large figures, invasion group, main action, line of sight. That's going to be an important rule, I would imagine.
Yeah. And the thing is, they explain it in the tutorial stuff, and it's not that hard, but if you have, like, okay, what's the line of sight between this big figure and this rocket launcher? Does he still get splash damage even if he hides behind cover? Well, it depends where you're aiming for, I guess.
Stagger, telefragging, Toughness traits.
Yes, they have telefragging if you actually know what that is.
Yeah. Example, actually, it's an example of line of sight as I was talking about it. Yes.
So yeah, they actually thought of everything. So technically, you don't really need to read all these manuals. You just need to read that one when you need a question, and the other one to set up, and that's it.
So what do we have here?
Probably need to open this up, but essentially this is all the board components. Yeah. Oh, while Kevin's open that, you also get advertising for other Fantasy Flight games. They actually do the X-Wing and quite a few Star Wars series.
Yeah, you go through those.
Stuff like Star Wars Armada is quite popular because I think it's got a load of minifigures that come with it. But you know, they've just got all of their different games. They do the XCOM board game as well.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, advertising guff done.
I do like the idea of the XCOM board game. Okay, so if I give you panel per panel.
So yeah, you get panels with the I don't know, marine base, and then panels with the Pell base stuff.
Okay. So oops, and obviously these come out.
Yeah, I mean we'll be popping them out eventually anyway.
Tokens there as well.
So I know they're damage tokens, paralysis, and teleporters, and more hell stuff. Obviously the tokens are double-sided. What's quite nice is the teleporters have inactive on one side and active on the other side.
That's nice.
So you know,
they're
not wasting.
Extra more symbols and
yeah, there's your weapons and stuff like that. Again, hell side on the back.
Well,
that's a lot of damage tokens.
Yes.
But I suppose you'll be taking lots of damage. It's Doom after all.
Doors and symbols.
Doors will actually become important, supposedly.
And demonic hell doors.
Oh, I love in the corner, there's a proof of purchase token.
Oops. That is nice. What's on the other side of it?
Exactly the same.
Double-sided proof of purchase.
Now,
you have acquired the proof of purchase.
The one thing to note is that I have actually opened this all already, and I've pre-put all the cards in to card sleeves. Now, see if basically they actually tell you how many card sleeves you need.
That is actually
a
classy thing to do.
Well, here's the thing: they have their whole system because these are also by Fantasy Flight Supplies. So guess who makes them?
Yeah.
So they actually colour code them.
But it's not. It's nice. It's nice that a company will actually go, look, there's X many cards. You will need this.
Yeah. So I mean, you've got various different cards. These are the Marine cards. Okay. So these are basically stuff you can do on your turn. They're grouped mostly into either just standard Marine cards or weapons. So some of them will have symbols,
armour.
Yeah.
Reposition. Quick shot again.
So those are pistol ones, I think. I'm not entirely sure how these all work.
Shotgun manoeuvre, shotgun manoeuvre, shotgun manoeuvre.
So those are if you only get those if you have a shotgun.
Hey, there's lots of shotgunning in Doom. Who'd have thunk it? Up close and personal.
Now I should mention this is technically for up to 5 players. So 4 of them are Marines. So there's at least 4 Marines worth of cards in here. There is a lot.
Is that the right pile for these as well?
Yeah, I assume so. But then you also get the other side, which are demon cards. So that's the monster stuff.
We've got on there.
Oh no, actually no, those are mission cards. Whoops.
Oh, mission cards. Eliminate hostiles. Sample collection. Marines gain all objective tokens. Whoops, sorry. Marines gain all objective tokens. Invader gain 6 frag tokens. After the invader summons demons from a portal with an objective token, he assigns that token to one of those demons. That demon is a priority target and cannot be glory killed. So you can actually get glory kills in this game.
Kills in this.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
I'll show you that when I get to a monster. But then, so that's another set of cards. They're mission cards. Next set of cards, summoning cards. So whoever's playing the demon gets these.
Lazarus Legion, Out of the Abyss, Force of the Damned, Singular Strength, and Explosive Power.
So essentially, this is what you can summon from those portals, but you have to choose, I think you choose at the beginning of the game, or you get told, depending on the mission, which of those cards you're allowed to have, and you have to pick one, and you have to stick with those demons throughout the whole thing.
Okay.
So yeah, they've got a nice pattern on the back of them. They've all got different patterns, which helps. You then got the actual demon power cards, which have Argent Energy symbols on the back, if you know the game. So, Hellish Power, Soul Harvest, Dark Pact, Demonic Strength. Yeah, there's quite a lot. Let's see what else we've got. Oh yes, I'm not going to get all of these cards out, but
Demonic Strength.
So, so yeah, you also have the cards for what characters are playing. I'll let you. So you get to choose one Marine. You don't actually get to play as Doom Guy. You have to play as a generic Marine, Alpha, Charlie, Beta, or
Delta, Alpha,
Bravo.
Charlie. There's Bravo.
Bravo's here.
They all sort of are much for muchness. Oh, Charlie's got a chainsaw, which I find quite fun.
I think that's his starting weapon.
Okay, wrestling fans, Chainsaw Charlie.
That might be.
That might be a reference.
But yeah, you choose which Marine you want, and they have different starting weapons. I know that.
And there's Bravo. I must say I quite like the look of Bravo, although he does remind me rather of Cyber Sub-Zero.
There are a lot of cards in here. So let's see if I can find.
What else have we got in this?
There's these. The other set of cards that you need are these tiny cards. So these ones I believe are Marine bonuses. Okay. So you get these at the start of a thing, I believe.
It's only one for Heavy Assault.
But you also get Glory Kill bonuses.
There we go. So what we got here?
These are more tiny cards, but.
Adrenaline rush, adrenaline rush, adrenaline rush, adrenaline rush. The song.
Now, the interesting thing I've found is, one of the interesting things is, you have these cards with these backs on them. Now, these are basically how you determine the turn order. Because on the other side, it either says Invader, or it says one of the Marine names.
So, that was Invader. And here, this one is for Alpha. Adrenaline rush.
And somewhere in here is the monster cards themselves. So there we go. That's one of the monster cards.
Okay, so I'm surprising back.
You basically, this is what the demon player uses in order to move his demons.
Okay, Possessed Soldier. So, muscle memory. While attacking, you may re-roll one die. Overwatch. You may win every single game award that there is. Oh no! It says after a Marine within 5 spaces performs an attack, if he is in your line of sight, perform an attack targeting him.
Fair enough. There is also these stun tokens, and I think that's just to determine your character has been stunned.
You've seen those on the we saw those on the board, if you remember.
Yeah.
Stunned. Stunned says here. While defending, you do not reveal any cards for defense. Before rolling any dice for an attack, choose and remove 1 die. After you perform an attack, or after a hostile figure attacks you, discard this condition.
Then you also have, I think these are just rule cards to remind you of certain play styles.
Yeah, there we go. So we've got one for Infestation, one for Horde, and one for Assault. So if I could give an example of the Horde one here, mainly because it's the shortest. Oh, there's the background for those. So Horde, start of status phase or status phase. The invader chooses 1 or 2 spaces containing a portal token and flips the top portal token in each of those spaces face up. Then the invader summons from each face up portal. End of the round, if there are no portals on the map, place 1 symbol, which I don't quite know.
Oh, Argent Energy.
One of the Argent Energy symbols on each face up demon card. So
that basically means they get to use special abilities. Right. So, you'd have thought that's everything in the box.
Surely that's everything, Josh.
But Howard, you do have these lovely raised bits which have got the artwork from the alternate cover, which everybody preferred over the standard cover because it reminded them of Doom 1.
Oh yes, I remember that. Although there was that hullabaloo about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see that there.
Yeah.
Apologies for the light.
But
that's
underneath here, I'm not sure if it's both sides or just the one. No, just the one.
Is that the? Oh,
all of the models.
Oh boy! Look at that.
I did actually forget something before that. The dice. There are specialised dice for this.
Let's look at the dice first.
You
So
do that
we've
while I
got-
get some of these out. That was my phone.
Yeah, that's Josh's phone. So we've got So we've got the bases for the character models there on the playing pieces.
No, that's for doors.
That's for doors. Oh, well. For sticking things in. But the dice, the black dice and red dice. I've got 2 red dice here. But yeah, so you've got the with the bullet holes.
So basically, that's how much damage you do.
For numbers.
But you'll notice they are similar to these things on the cards. Basically, it's to tell you what you need in order to attack.
There you go. The cyber demon itself.
Yeah, well, I did get him out. So let's have a look at some of these models because these are actually really, really nice. So there you go. There's Charlie.
There is indeed. Chainsaw Charlie. If Charlie, that's not his name. That's not a reference. It is now, but that is Charlie.
No, I think
actually that's quite a nice detail. I got like the fact that it's got the little hole in the blade of the chainsaw. Actually, that's nice.
So all the Marines are actually different, which is quite cool. I'm trying to get there's 1, there's 2. So while we're doing that, let's get some of the other Marines. In fact, that's all the Marines.
Here we go. Oops. See that fellow there? We have the rather large gun.
Oops. So, should we go on to some of the monsters then?
Indeed, 1 second. And there's the other 2, so you can see those. Yeah.
So, let's go from the basic monsters to the more
Because
advanced.
You know all the names
Yeah.
and stuff. So,
this is a possessed soldier.
a possessed soldier. Very nice chap.
Yeah, he's got a gun on his arm. They're the basic soldiers. Not the weakest ones, but the basic ones. The weakest ones are in fact imps. And anyone who's played Doom will remember an imp. And yeah, I mean the detail on these is really, really nice.
Yeah, I mean I hope the camera's bringing that out. I will say that the fingers are very spindly on that, so
yeah.
if you do it, be very careful because those are super. Any kind of knock will break those. So be very careful.
Now I'm interested they've given the Cacodemon hands and feet, but because they're just supposed to be flying balls, I guess you have to make something to make them levitate a bit.
But you could have had it like on like a rocky pillar or something. That's.
Oh no, they definitely have hands on the end of that one.
I know, but you could have had it like it was sitting on like a rocky.
You could have, but I still quite like that. Pinky. Yes, they are called Pinkies. They always have been.
Narf. Did you spill my pint? Did you? Oh, you didn't know. It's just an accident. I was fine. This one.
That's a Reverend, who's basically a skeleton with dual rocket launchers.
I'm sure you've seen these fellows around. There we go. That's picked up nicely on the camera there.
See, I will say, I think this is probably my favourite of the detail models. The Mancubus.
Pardon?
Mancubus. That is what it's called. So he's, again, dual rocket launcher, but like rapid fire rocket launchers.
Cool. That's very nice.
And then we get into the big guys now. Barons of Hell. Actually, that's a good point. There are no Hell Knights.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Even I know that.
Well, originally the Hell Knights were just reskinned barons, so... But they have... It's one of the only designs that carried over from Doom 3. And I think that was just because they did have a differentiation between the two. So yeah, interesting one on that one. And then last of all, the Cyber Demon.
I noticed there's something slightly missing about the Cyber Demon.
Yeah, the Cyber Demon needs a few extra parts.
Okay.
So...
That's... Quite okay.
That one's his head.
It does actually. I know it's his head. Because I wasn't sure whether or not it actually does like to be pushed in or clicked in or what.
I think it just pushes.
Okay, so he's now got a head. That's good. If you
I think that
have the satisfaction of sorting the arms out.
Yeah. Oh, they've actually like shaped them so you can tell which arm's which.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah. I just have to actually get it on. You won't be coming apart again. I'll say that.
That's the question. Is like whether or not you do.
I mean, I guess you can, but I don't see a reason to. There we go.
Okay, so there he is.
I mean, he is very nicely
in all
detailed.
his glory. Again, you know, hand height.
There is only one of him, whereas there's several of all the others, apart from the Marines.
Yeah,
there's only
closer look up of him. There you go.
One thing to note is the Marines are slightly different colours, so you can tell them apart.
Yeah.
Which is quite nice.
But actually, it's a good idea for the scale. That's a really good.
Oh God, yeah.
So there's the guy, and there's the.
And even then, the side beam is a bit short for what he is in the game.
Yeah.
And that is actually everything now.
Alright, so that is a really nice.
I mean, that's just so.
It's solid. Okay,
Oh,
it's not.
it's
It's
solid
not like what you
plastic.
get from let's say basic Games Workshop style plastic ones. This is a really nice solid piece. It's solid on the base. It's not going anywhere. It's really nice. It's like the details in the, chest area.
If I was going
and
to paint
plating.
any of these figures, it would probably be these ones. But I'd want to get it done professionally.
Yeah, you would want to get that done professionally.
Yeah. And that is everything now. That's
absolutely
Yeah.
everything.
Now, the thing to note is, I've not actually played this game yet.
But we're going
Well, the
to
board game.
another time.
Possibly this week.
Possibly.
But we'll see.
But yeah, that is quite an interesting piece of kit. I'm terrified as to how it's going to play. But
It's actually not as complicated as it sounds, it just requires a lot of components.
Yeah.
In fact, they give you way too many figures, I think. But I'm not going to complain about that, actually.
It's really nice stuff. And wow, but I'm looking forward to playing this now. So if you want the Doom Boy, is it still available?
Oh god, yeah. It's only just come. It only came out just before Christmas, so it should still be in print.
So yeah, there's plenty to see in the box, as you can tell.
To be honest, I mean, that's how many figures there are. I mean, you're paying 60 quid for all of these figures, essentially. Actually, that's not bad.
Again, in comparison to like a Games Workshop thing or something.
Yeah, and I mean they're all really well constructed. Yeah, I mean then you get all the other stuff on top, which you have a game you can play if you want to.
Right. But so yeah, thank you very much for bringing that in for show off.
And I'm going to tell you this isn't the last one. I actually have I already own two other video game based board games, and a third one is on the way from Kickstarter.
And to give you an idea, one of them. How big is the box?
In total, yay from there
To sort of
combined.
yeah.
It's a lot.
It's
coming in its own box essentially.
Yes. So and that is also from another video game.
And that was a Kickstarter project though, and I don't think you get all those components with the base game. Anyway, this is literally you get all of this with the one pack. Everything we've shown you, none of that's extras. That is base game. Although I've been told, so one of the complaints I've heard from the game is everyone has to share the same amount of dice. So you've got those 6 die, everyone has to use them. They might be selling extra packs of those dice so that everyone has their own ones, so they have to keep sharing them. Which might be an extra cost, but I haven't seen it yet.
It depends if you're one of those type of people who are really possessive about having the dice like in their hand and filling
Because
it
you can't actually use standard dice because these are
it is specific. You got zeros and things like that.
I will tell you now, the old one, the dice had 2 numbers on them. They had the shots, which was your damage, but they also had a number on them, which was your range.
Oh,
this one you don't have to do the range because the range is per weapon. So.
okay. Right.
Anyway,
that was the Doom board game. So my thanks to Earthard for bringing that in and describing things for us. If you would be interested in finding out more about anything basically related to video games in terms of terms of merchandise, we do have this unboxing series. So if you'd like to subscribe to us, you can see the annotation link in the corner of the screen there. Then please do so. There's also a playlist of blind bags and unboxings, which you can see sort of down here somewhere. And hopefully we'll see you again another time. Please like, comment and subscribe. Bye.